Hello everyone, welcome. I hope that you're doing really well today. Today I'm coming to you just to hang out, chit chat, get ready, and be a little festive. So if you would like to hang out with me for a little while, it's probably going to be kind of a long get ready with me. Just keep watching. Okay, so I could not choose between my Santa hat, or my snowmen, or my reindeer ears, because you know we have a deer farm. I need to wear these too. So I might switch them out in between and just be really doofy. So I'm going to try some new products, and I thought we would just hang out and get ready. Merry Christmas, Adam. Today is the day before Christmas Eve that I'm filming this, but you will see it on Christmas Eve, hopefully. So Merry Christmas Eve. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear again. I really like this. I picked up this new Japanese brush. This is the 708 brush. And see how dense it is? I thought I might really like it. So I am just going to go ahead, kind of dot it everywhere. Our Christmas plans this year are kind of all over the place. Usually Christmas Eve has always been at my mom's. My mom always does her dinner on Christmas Eve. Then this is really quick, and I got way too much foundation. Mom's is usually Christmas Eve, and then Jack's mom does Christmas noonish kind of a thing, and then his brother and sister-in-law and niece come up. Then we usually hit his dad's. Then by that time, it is time for him to start feeding again. So he comes home and I go to my mom's. Sometimes he goes with me, but not always. But I always go check on Mom and Tef. Mom's been having some issues with her sinuses, and she said, you know what, maybe I should go to like a quick care. It wasn't easing, and she has that chronic cough anyway. And she said, I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not going to be getting Tef or my granddaughter or anybody sick. So she ran up to urgent care. Urgent, 3 hours. 3 hours. By the time she got out of there, the pharmacies had closed. 5 prescriptions. She happened to have 3 of those at home already. So she did start on it. And then tomorrow I will go and get her prescriptions filled, because the pharmacy is open on Christmas Eve for a little while. So then my sister-in-law, her work schedule is kind of crazy this year. She has to work on Christmas Day when normally we're all together. And like I said, until today, we thought we were doing our typical Christmas Eve dinner at my mom's, and we're not now, because not only does my mom, just for comfort's sake, want to get a little more medication in her. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Rain will begin. I'm over the rain. I'm just over it. My granddaughter seemed like she was coming down with a cold, so we just kind of decided everybody needed an extra day of medicine, because we can't take chances on getting Tef sick, because what is a cold to one could very quickly become pneumonia to her. So we're doing my mother-in-law's this evening on Christmas Eve, and then I'm working tomorrow, and we're doing Christmas with my mom and my daughter and her family on Christmas evening. It's a little different, but it's okay. And I just checked, my granddaughter is starting to feel a little bit better. She had just woke up from a 2-hour nap. And then I'm taking my finger and just putting it on my inside of my brow and just kind of rolling it like that, just to take some of the harshness away and give it kind of a more natural look until I get to where I like it. And I like to go back through and brush it just a little bit in case I got a little too much off one area more than the other. So Jack and I have just been kind of hanging out. He had some things to do. I'm getting breakouts. Like I have a breakout here, I have one here. I don't know what is going on. Probably a little bit of stress. Thank you for all the sweet responses. We don't know anything about my daughter's appointment. They headed to Cleveland Clinic Friday morning, bright and early. My son-in-law and my daughter love iced coffees from Dunkin' Donuts. He's like, well, let's go ahead and stop and get one. So they stopped, got back on the road, and there had just been a horrible, horrible accident. It's a 4-hour trip, and they were only a little less than half into it. So long story short, she called and they told her, go ahead and come in, get her MRI. They would just call her with the results because it would just be too late. There was no way the doctor could see her then. I'm going to use the Profusion Infatuation palette. I've been having a lot of fun with this palette. I'm going to go into Personal and let that be my crease transition color, kind of a brighter, a gloomy day. Like I said, it's going to be raining here soon. This Bouncy, isn't that a pretty color? This one right here. I'm going to go in with that. To say the least, they had a super long day. So we're supposed to know something by Friday. I think her team meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was really upset when there was the thought that they might tell them, you know, we're just going to reschedule you, because I can't imagine. I know what I was going through the night before, and I didn't want her to have to go through that kind of a night again. Just the wondering and the waiting and all that. So I was glad that they did at least get her MRI in. But the night before, it's just like, I mean, we have faith. We definitely have faith. But it's just, it's not knowing what to expect. It's not knowing what journey is going to be next. I was like trying to hold it together. And I came home and Jack had found some of my Christmas decorations. So I stuck them up over there that night. He said, you know, I found this. He loves to put Santa hats on his mounts. Now that he has his trophy room, he had put those on there, and he had found, I don't know if you can see them right there, that little glitter deer head. I had gotten some of those and some silver ones. Gosh, Hunter was young. It was several years ago. And we used to put them on Jack's antler tree, because this is the first time we've had a Christmas tree in a few years. After I lost my oldest daughter, I just couldn't. I put her tree up once, and it was tough. So we just used Jack's antler tree, and he'd put lights on it, and then I got him those little deer heads that were cute. He didn't even complain that they were glitter. He humors me a lot. But I wanted a tree for in here, and then when I brought it home, he got kind of excited. I think I had said that before. So we decided to put it out in the living room. And I got one for in here. When he found our Christmas totes, he had found ornaments that he and Hunter and I did. I don't know if it was our first Christmas together or our second. But we did ornaments. We had different colors, which I did because of Hunter, because I can't stand stuff like that. I like everything to be matchy-matchy, and they're guys, they don't care. But we wrote everybody's name in glitter. Everybody had a ball, even the dogs. So we found, because there were 2 stacks of them, because like I said, everybody in the family had a Christmas ornament with their name in glitter, and the animals. Not the deer, but everything else on the farm. The cats, the dogs, everything. He said, I found those ornaments. He said, go look at the tree. And I thought he meant the deer ones. And so I went over and I was looking, and I looked up, and right under the star, he had put Samantha's. And that meant so much to me. And of course I got emotional, because it's just natural to get emotional over things like that. He was like, if it upsets you that much. I said, no, no, no. I said, I think it's just nerves. You know, tomorrow Jackie's going to be going to have her MRI, and Christmas just is hard anyway. And I said, I think it's one of the sweetest things you could have done. He and Samantha were always giving each other a hard time. No, he misses her too. Everybody does. She was so short. She was barely 5 foot tall. Let me tell you, she had the presence when she walked in a room. She had the personality. I'm going to go in Halo in the very inner corner of my eye, and then I'm going to go in with Whimsical, like right in the middle, this Orbit, and I'm going to blend it right into this darker color on the outside. I have a lot of fun with these palettes. I mean, and right now, I forget how much they are off. I got some others, but that Whimsical is really pretty. I've been using this Makeup Revolution Vivid Baking Powder. This is in Ready to Go. It is so pretty. It is such a pretty color. I'm just going to take a fluffier brush. This is, I think it's a BH Cos, no, it's a Morphe E3 brush. And I'm just going to go in the same bronzer with a fluffier brush, and that's going to be my blush. I got the Emerisi Anastasia highlighter. I can't find it anywhere. I'm going to use this one. This is from last year. It's the original one. I did swatch the pinker one, but I just really like this one. I got these to try. This is Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. I put this on first to marry everything together, and then I'm going to go in with the Sport Fix because it's going to make it last, and believe me, it does. I know I'm a little behind replying to comments. I'm going to get caught up very soon. I'm going to sneeze now. When I did my favorite eyeshadow primer, you all talked about this one from number 7 Lash Impact Lash Primer. There was more than one that mentioned that eye primer, and then there was a number 7 mascara mentioned, and these were the only two that they had still in store. It's Dramatic Lift and Lash Impact. So I'm going to try this one today. I'm going to line my lashes. You know what? I'm actually going to use the mascara that I've been using. Say I don't like it, how am I going to know if it's the primer or the mascara? I don't like to try two new ones. So I'll try that mascara another time, but I want to get a feel for this primer because it came recommended by a couple different people. I need to film some videos. I have some best of 2018s to film. I'm trying to figure out I know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it. This is the mascara I've been using. This is the Essence Lashes of the Day. I have really been liking this. It has been giving me amazing lashes. I have said before, just kind of mentioned, that 2019 is going to be the year that I get reacquainted with my makeup collection. I am not saying I'm going on a no-buy because I know myself well enough to know that that would set me over the edge and I go buy a bunch of stuff. I want to provide myself with accountability. So it's not like I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to cut back. That will not work for me. I know some people do like a certain amount. You know, I won't spend more than this much. And some people do it like quantity wise, which I can see each of those having its advantages. So if any of you have a thought or a suggestion, or if you have wanted to cut back in your spending, not necessarily makeup, maybe it's skincare, maybe it's hair things, maybe it's clothes. Mine's all of the above. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about getting reacquainted with my collection. This is Rimmel's Liquid Matte Lipstick and Blush. Okay, I need to go take care of the dogs and finish getting ready, and then Jack and I are going to go spend the evening with his mom and brother and sister-in-law and our niece, who is growing up way too quick. But thanks for getting ready with me and hanging out with me. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.